Hello, Jelsa Farmer here, and welcome back to the channel. So, in today's video, I'm gonna show you my top 10 mistakes over the last 18 months I've played FS19. I hope you have similar mistakes you have done. If you have, and you are a YouTuber, I challenge you to do the same kind of video. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. So, first of all, I'm doing this on good old Ravenport. This is where it all started for me, at least. And the first couple of weeks, or maybe the first month, I didn't know anything about mods, so I only used in-game equipment. So I went on a couple of mistakes there, so to speak. So the first one now, I've divided this one in two parts, but this is mistake number one. And I still do it, actually, this mistake. And this is the exact same equipment that I did the first time with this one. And that's all due to power requirement. So this wood chipper here is the in-game one, which is called the Gens Hem 583. So, I finally had the money to lease it because I was expanding up here and I had cut down a lot of trees here by a chainsaw. And then I thought, let's make some wood chips. And I had this tractor, connected it, and I also had another trailer with, another tractor with a trailer. Fired up everything was running, everything was lined up. But then, when I was starting up the wood chipper, this message come up. Insufficient power available for the attached equipment. So I'm not even able to start it. And this mistake here is also something that could appear even today. For me at least. But yeah, so this tractor here is 115 horsepower, and this one requires 250 horsepower. So yeah, this this is mistake number one, which I have done. And another part of it, when I was here on Ravenport, this was the first big field I bought. This was field number 12. Everything was working good. I've saved up a lot of crop and I sold it. This tractor here I used a lot. This was a part of the start equipment, 150 horsepower actually. And then I needed myself a bigger cultivator. So, I went into cultivators. I didn't have any mods. So these guys I saw were too big. But these three, this one I actually bought. The Horse Cruiser 12 XL. Didn't look at the horsepower requirement at all. Oh yeah, I am doing this video on my PC, but all of these mistakes were done on console, and it can easily be done also on PC. So the same thing here, I was really excited. I remember the day I did this. Now I'm a big farmer, and yeah, I didn't have crop in it like so, but this is just, an example. So the problem was that, yeah, you can see this was the speed I, I cultivated in. So yeah, this power requirement is something you need to watch out of. Well, especially for me. So that was mistake number one. Always look for what power requirement your implement is gonna need. So, mistake number two. Maybe it's not a mistake, but I did a lot of double up work in the start, in the beginning, for the first, I don't know, 2-3 months. And it was related to field work in general. Because I followed the tutorials and I did what they said. So what I usually did, don't mind the field state there, but what I always did after harvest, I always cultivated like this, you know, to clear out the field, and then I fertilized and all these things. But what I, the mistake is, well, maybe it's not a mistake, but I call it a mistake, is that the seeder I had was this one. I think this is the one that you start with. So then after I cultivated it, I went over and I seeded what I had to seed. And you know, I was happy, everything was going good. But the thing is that this one and also a lot of other seeders are also a direct drill. I know it's a simple thing. So on some of these, like this one, for example, the Stara, it says on the bottom that no previous cultivating or plowing necessary. Some are not direct drill. Some modded ones are not saying that it is a direct drill, but it is. So this is, especially on the modded ones, it could be a little bit difficult to see if it is a direct drill. You just have to test it. But yeah, so this one, you don't need to cultivate. So I could have just used this one. Instead of cultivating and seeding. And I did this for a hot period, that's for sure. So is it a mistake? Or is it, yeah, I'm gonna call it a mistake. So that was my mistake number 2. So, moving on to mistake number 3, and that involves this little fellow here, the milling machine. I know, I've been using this X amount of 100 hours. I've used it for picking up straw, grass, hay, manure, more or less everything. But today, so to speak, I'm still doing this mistake, and sometimes it's really easy to oversee. So in this case, you know, you have driven a long way from your farm, you're on the field to pick up some grass, everything is good. You hook on to the milling machine, pipe out, and all is good. Start it up, but then you see that yeah, it went a little bit faster, but as you can see, and now in my trailer, my milling machine did have a content of manure, because you know I've used this in the manure pit. So now you know, the milling machine can hold 95 liters with more or less everything. So now he has shot the manure into the trailer. So now if I start, hva er det nye her? Ok, jeg må tømme vogna. So here we are. We are on mistake number 3, and it doesn't involve the beautiful tractor, my Ford tractor. It involves the milling machine. I've used this milling machine on a lot of different crop types and grass and straw and manure. Now you can see it is empty. Another mistake with this one, if you have used it in the manure pit and then pull it out on the grass field, you're gonna get into some big problems. But what you can also do, well, yeah, I know this is a little bit loud, but anyway. So here I have a field with grass. Everything is good, picking up grass, but then, as you can see on the end here, I have a little bit of hay. And now you can see that the milling machine is 99% full with hay. And as long as you get another product into the milling machine, it will not, well, it will stop shooting grass into the trailer. So what you need to do, you need to have a second trailer, or you have to drive all the way back to your farm to empty the milling machine. So this is a mistake I've done a lot. So the milling machine is a great tool. You just have to be a little bit careful with it. Like I said, be careful when you start that it is empty, and you don't need a big pile like this. It could just be a couple of bits and bobs with straw or hay, and as soon as this guy sucks it in, yeah, you're stuck. So that was mistake number 3. So, moving on to mistake number 4. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Your wife and your kids are away, and you have the whole day to do some harvesting. The weather is nice, no raining coming. That's actually one of the mistakes I planned to take with me today, but I didn't. I've done that mistake many times, especially with contracts and leasing equipment, and you don't look at the weather. But this one is also a mistake I've done a couple of times. And this is easy to avoid, but in some cases it happens, and that is, you are ready to go, everything is good to go, start up your equipment, and then nothing happens. Nothing happens, and then you're thinking, wow, don't I own the field? And you think, yeah, 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 I own the field. Why isn't anything happening? If you see on the bottom right corner, I have some barley. I've forgotten to empty my harvester, and this is a wheat field, as you can see. So as long as you have something in your harvester, you will not be able to harvest another crop. So a small, simple mistake, but it's been done, been there, done that. So that's what I call crop in harvester. That's mistake number 4. So moving on to mistake number 5. Also includes harvesting. I got my tractor and my trailer there. And yeah, this mistake I have done also a lot of times, even today. So yeah, I'm just gonna put a work on this one because it's not about the harvesting itself. I'm gonna jump out there. So the mistake here lies in these equipment here. And no, it's not the power requirement and such. It's actually a really simple thing, as you can see while I'm driving up here now. The pipe doesn't go out. What? Why won't it offload? Then you're thinking, well, what is going on? Is the worker not doing its thing? You're jumping in here, pipe out, and let's do this ourselves. We can do this. And nothing is happening. Why? Why? Oh, I've done this a couple of times. And the mistake here is that I have actually bought myself a wrong trailer. So if you go into trailers, this is really easy, and to oversee. You know, I was building up myself on Ravenport and I wanted a bigger trailer. So I went with this one, the Scheutemarker. But the big mistake here is that if you see on the bottom left side, this will only hold, you know, your grass products, silage, TMR, yeah, and all these PC things, corn stalks and those. But this is only for your forage. So this will not hold your normal crop like these ones. As you can see, we have a lot of more symbols. It can hold more or less. Yeah, this is a multi-fruit trailer. So it's really easy to oversee this when you get new trailers. Oh, I need this one. Oh, let's take this one. Let's take the Anneburger. But this one also, an in-game one. This is only for forage. So yeah. So I've done this a couple of times. So that was the mistake number 5. Buying the wrong type of trailer. So I guess for those of you who have been on Ravenport or other places with railroad crossing, sometimes you are in a hurry and you bypass these ones, or you drive over here and you don't look to your side, and before you know it, you know, the train is coming. So yeah, I have put on this one just for showing what could happen. I'm a little bit excited also what will happen here. So I might have to cut here a little bit. I think the train is soon coming. There we go. Now the train is coming. Let's see, let's see. Come on, baby. Come on. Whoa! Hey, hey, hey! Okay, okay, Bobby. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, a little bit dramatic, but it has happened me. But a thing you can do actually to fix this is, again, thanks to one of my subscribers. Well, I think he's a subscriber, even though he was jumping into one of my live stream on Lazy Acres. And at least on Lazy Acres, it worked. And that is all about if you turn on jumping into trains. And if you fill up the train with, you know, 1,000 liters of anything, and you stop the train, then the train will stop moving. Yeah, I know. It's a simple trick, but it works. So fill up the train and you will not experience these kind of crashes again. So that's number 6, train crash. So the next 3 mistakes is related to contracts. I know. And harvesting contract. All of these are related to harvesting contract. Now the first one is now I've taken on a harvesting contract on field number 5, and the first mistake, or let's put it like this, especially for me, this is my personal preferences, is that whenever I do a harvesting contract, there's the train. Ah, you cheeky bastard. Whenever I do a harvesting contract, I do it not just for the price and money, but also the bonus crop. Either, you know, I keep it for myself or I sell it. So the first thing I always check now when I'm doing the harvesting contract is the fertilizing stage. And if we jump into here, let's see, where are we there, buddy? Field number 5, this is the one, full of canola. It's ready to harvest, but then if you go in here, you can see it hasn't got any fertilizer in at all. So what you can actually experience is that you will get some bonus crop out of it, but not that much. I have seen people doing baling contracts, you know, silage bales, and they didn't get any plus any bonus crop or bonus silage bales at all. So if you're doing a harvesting contract, make sure you jump in here and see that at least have one stage of fertilizer, preferably two, which is the dark blue here. The light blue is one stage. So yeah, that's mistake number 7. Check the fertilizing stage or before you do harvesting contract. So next mistake, also in conjunction with the harvesting contract. So the harvesting contract is finished. Well, the harvesting process of it at least. So now it's you are little bit too eager. You get all your crops in your tractor, trailer, as it says in Swedish. And you have a lot of things on your mind, and you see, wow, yeah, let's get this money. This is really close to, well, this is actually 2 mistakes in one. So this is actually mistake 8 and 9. So the first one, mistake number 8, is that yeah, you find the sell point. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna sell it. And you go over here, you get the sign up. Yeah, let's sell some corn. Let's get this contract. Oh, and then you see, oh no, the money is going up. The harvesting contract is not progressing. And that's because, buddy, you are on the wrong sell point. This should be delivered to port grain elevator. So yeah, this is like mistake number 8. Deliver the contract at the wrong sell point. I've done this a lot of times, and I can jump just to mistake number 9, and that is that, let's say you are finished with the contract, and the contract is completed. Let's see, how should we do this? So, mistake in the mistake. So, this mistake number 9, is it? Yeah. I had to redo everything. So, yeah, I had to take another contract. Because these kind of mistakes here is especially when you're doing contract and you are borrowing the equipment. So what I have done here, I've used my own harvesters to harvest the field. This one here and the trailer came with the contract. And if we go in here now, you can see the contract is completed. Not everything is delivered. We got 26,000 liter with corn here, which we can keep for ourselves. So now is the big mistake that you don't want to do it. I've done it. I've been there. I've done it. So I'm really happy the contract is finished. So I usually do, if I complete the contract now, look at the John there. Bam. And suddenly the John there is gone. The trailer is gone. And my 26,000 liter with extra crop is gone. There we go. So so that's a special thing, at least when you are borrowing the equipment during contract. Don't complete the contract before you have either sold everything or stored it in your silo. You can also put it in your silo. So let's move over to the last one. So for the last one, I'm back at my start farm on Ravenport, and the last mistake, one of my top 10 mistakes, is regards to landscaping. I know. So what I did here, and I've done it also on other maps, if we go into landscaping tool here, I was building up, I had a lot of farms. So in this area here, I wanted to flatten it out to put some more animal pens. Uh, what's really annoying is that you oversee what you have for brush strength. Down at the bottom right corner, you can see brush strength 3.0. So with the PS4 controller, it's all about holding L1 and right stick up and down. I think when you start, it's on 0.1. But for some reason, I've increased this one, to boost it up a little bit. So the danger here, what I have done now, you see, I've boosted down my money to 63,000, and also always after these mistakes I've done, I always have this one on the help window because I've done so many mistakes with landscaping. But yeah, for instance, let's say I wanted to flatten this out. That's R1. I know that for sure. But if I press now X, this will happen. And then, oh shoot, oh man, no, I need to fix this. I need to press square to flatten it out again. Oh yeah, oh no, oh no. And then up again. And then you can see the money, it's going really quickly down. The money is down to 23,000 now. So now if I start to flatten out there, and then, oh no, oh shoot, oh no, wrong button. And there's no undo button here. So now you can see I cannot modify this anymore because I don't have enough money. So all my money is gone. Yes, I've done this. I did it on exactly this place. This was the first place I was doing landscaping. And yeah, my money is gone. And I didn't know about the autosave function. This guy over here. No, not this guy. This guy here, autosave off. I had this on 5 minutes, I think it was. So everything was gone, and I had no mods, and yeah. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it. Let's see. Yeah, so that's gonna be it. That was my top 10 mistakes on Farming Simulator 19. I have probably 10 more, but these are the most common mistakes I have done. So yeah, I pass on the challenge to you guys to show us your top 10 or top 5 or top 50 mistakes that you have done. And I want to thank everybody for your support, all of you subscribers, all the comments and likes and donations that I get. And yeah, I'll hope I'll see you the next time again. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.